Hey guys, it is Sonia, and welcome back for another day of jewelry creating. I am filling my shop this summer. By the way, happy first full day of summer, of course, solstice, and the kickoff, the longest day of the year, the vitality of the season. Love it. So hopefully you're having a good day out there. But I am kicking off my summer series of making jewelry. By the way, can this big whole hand fit into this screen? I don't even know. And so anyway, today we're going to make some charm bracelets. So this is this is me. I'm like, okay, I've got this hand. I bought it thrifting, and I bought it for a like a display. And I'm like, you know what? Today we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces, and I am going to make 5 charm bracelets, and they're going to dangle over every single phalange right there, every single finger, every single part. And that is my goal for today, to turn this into a display of some beautiful, shiny things. Because if it's one thing that I do know, it's that, we have a little crow brain and we love the shiny things. So today I'm going to do some charm bracelets. That's what I feel like I want to do today. I just kind of get up and go with a plan, and that's where my brain is. Charm bracelets have never gone out of style, I don't think. I think back to like when I was really young. That's when I knew I had a crow brain, because my mother had these charm bracelets and I could not help but go to her dresser and open up the box. I can still remember the box to this day. Open it up and look at this beautiful charm silver bracelet with all the different charms on it, and that she'd collected. And I'd always ask about them, and just I would love to like put it on and hear the jingle jangle, and I'd always put it back in there in the box again. I'm sure she still has it. When I go home this summer, I'm going to have to ask her about it. But that was my first, like, I love a charm bracelet. But I'm a clickety-clackety kind of person. I love those tactile. I love, making things with my hands. And I just love beautiful things like that. So charm bracelets are actually in style right now, and there's different ways that you can make it. I have some of this chain that I purchased, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm going to use this for my base, and I'm going to show you how easy it's going to be able to do it. So what you're going to need, and by the way, I started a supply list since you guys asked. So if you go to SF, as in www, S for sushi, F for ferret, bead.com, or you might find a link up above or down below. It'll take you to my link tree, and you can get my list of supplies that I used. I'm adding to it daily. But this is the sort of thing that I'm going to use. This is 80-inch chain that I have right here. Perfect. So when you buy chain like this here, you can buy it in different sorts of sizes, which I do, and different sorts of tones, whatever you want. But I'm going to go with a little meatier today. So I want to, use up this chain, get it out, and I'll show you my format of how to do it. So the tools that you will need for this project is some lovely chain. You could also repurpose something that you already have that you don't use, right? So it's always a good way to do it. I always keep a stash of charms, and remember how I've showed you how, and continue to watch, we'll go over it again, how you can turn just a bead into a charm if you want to. So you can collect charms like this. And by the way, mixed media in terms of mixed metal is also in style. So I could put gold, yes, on silver if I really wanted to today, which I'm actually looking at this, and that's kind of cute too, right? So I just collect all kinds of charms and keep them going. Like there's a star. I'll probably use that today. Turtles. We got some pearls, which is cute, but I'm going to show you how I can also turn some beads into anything I want it to be. Dragonflies. This would definitely be, you know what, we could do one that's like really, really beachy. So I'll probably do like one that's beachy, one that's more nature. Oh, owls. If you've followed me for long, I love owls. I got a bug. I've got some hamsas right here, and I'm always collecting like charms and stuff. So anyhow, I'm always got a bunch of stuff. And so then when you find these big beads like this on strands, know that you can also turn these into dangles as well, if they're the right size and it's like, the right style for what you're looking for. Like I'm going to show you, I have these gorgeous fish, and I feel like a fish could be an amazing charm. Oh my gosh, let's keep those out. In fact, yeah, we could do the ocean theme one, and we could put a fish. That'd be kind of fun, right? So that's a possibility. Owls. Yeah, so I want to make the fish, and I've also had these for a while, and I'm like, I'm just waiting for the right style, either bracelet, charm bracelet. And so you buy beads like this, and then when I'm ready and I have a little dish to put them in, I'll cut it, take all these off, and then every single little one of these guys can be a bead. And I love that. You know what? I might turn these into bracelets. I just kind of like, it just hit me. It just hit me what I might want to do with those. All right, but the fish, that could be a possibility today. We can turn anything. In fact, I'll show you how I also pulled some beads as well. We have a bead bar here at the shop. So I go out and I'm like, could that be a dangle? That sure could, right? The heart. This is opalite right here. Beautiful, faceted, like hexagon. Love that. I love these as well, and these have been popular. These are lava beads, lava rock. They're porous, and they've got a finish onto them that people really love. So you know what? I might pull a few of those out because, yeah, that kind of goes with that mixed metal. Like that could be really good and blend into my stuff. I've pulled out some rose quartz, some amethyst, and we also have this stone. This is one of Matt's favorite stones. It's called Sea Sediment Jasper. And do you see how it's like just, it feels beachy, doesn't it? They're all different colors. That one has more of a blue into it, so I kind of really like that one. But anyhow, yeah. And some, I think this is pectolite. Oh, and I also pulled out some of my, this is called, let's see, what's it called? Galaxy Tiger's Eye. So it's Tiger's Eye, but it's got all these fun colors into it. So anyway, I've got a bunch to pick from. And beads, big beads like I showed you, even beads like we did yesterday. Remember those kind of tie-dye things? Anything can be a little drop. In fact, I'm really thinking that this would be really sweet as well for just a summer bracelet if I turn these into little dangles. So anyhow, I'm just gonna start planning something out and getting it going. So yeah, just get a collection of, you got your chain, you've got your charms. The other thing that you're going to need is going to be some jump loops, right? So these are the ones that open, okay? Now, you can get all different colors as well and different sizes. So never say no to jump loops. As I just threw them all over myself here. And then the other thing is loops, but these are soldered. And so this is where I keep my soldered loops. When you come to the shop, I teach you how to make bracelets, and sometimes I do wire ones, and this is why I always have these as well. But yeah, these are called soldered loops as well. So we're going to need some of those, and also a clasp. Now there's different kinds of clasps that you can use, like a toggle one, which is like the two pieces that come together. I don't think I have one on right now, but like one goes into the circle and it just kind of stays toggled. But I will tell you that for a charm dangly bracelet, I feel the best successes with the lobster clasp. And this is because sometimes the toggle bracelets, just they can get away from you. And so I feel like people prefer the lobster clasp for that security. So I'm just going to pick, I'm going to make what, 5 today? All right, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to pick 5 of those. All right, so that's everything that you need, okay? That's everything that you need. And then, of course, I have my tools. So I've got some cutters so I can cut the right size of the actual chain that I need. And I always go with 2 sets of pliers so I can, like, maneuver the, what do you call it, the jump loop. So get yourself some good tools like that and keep them. So this is my tray. Again, it is also linked on my tray, on my link tree. If you want to get the same one, I use this gray one. And so I told you before that 6.5 is the average arm around the world, okay? So I know when I do a stretchy bracelet, this is what it's gonna get me, right? Because I actually do 6.5 as well. But I use the format for this type of bracelet for 7 because nobody wants a charm bracelet in this style to be stuck to their arm, right? They usually dangle. They have dangly bits and they dangle. So this is what I use, the 7-inch at least for this. Now let me move some of my mess here and make a space. Yeah, fishy, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Okay, we'll put this down here. Move all my stuff. Can you have too many beads? You know what? I'm finding out that you actually can't. can't, I don't judge you. Just have a good time. Oh, and the other thing is that for your charms that you'll be hanging on and making, grab some of these the ones that have literally like the circle at the top. And this is so that you can open them and you can make charms, dangle charms out of them. So grab some of those as well. Those are pretty much like the staples that you use anyhow. Okay, so let's see here. This all wants to come apart. So how's everybody out there? We're doing good on this end. Tiki, our dog, is not doing that great. She just had a bath and she's like, she got water in her ear and she's not having it. She's like, nope, nope, nope. This is why I don't take baths. But Matt just gave her a bath and that accidentally happened. And she is like very upset with him that she got water in her ear. So he's trying to make her feel better. You know, a little hot dog here and there never hurt anybody. So, but other than that, we're all doing great. I'm happy. The first day of summer is here. This is the big weekend kickoff, of course. So all I'm doing right now is just laying this out in this circle of 7.5 inches, making sure it's not buckled, goes around. And this is my template for an arm bracelet. All right, and then I'm just going to grab where that is, where it meets. And I'm going to take my pliers. I always close my eyes when I pinch. And there we go. That's our first one. So remember as well that you're going to be putting a clasp on this. So what happens is it goes a little bit bigger as well. So this comes around the arm, but then when you put your clasp onto it, it has space to be able to meet and connect right there. So I'll show you what I mean, because by the time we do all that. So when you do get this tray, the cool thing is that it also gives you a little space on the bottom as well, like the lines. And so this is how I use this is there's also a measuring tool down here, so you could clock off your 7 inches down here as well once you know that that's where you're going. This is a ruler down here. But now that I've laid that out, what I do is I go and I start now to figure out, okay, so I typically do 6 to 7 charms on a bracelet. And so yeah, let me see. I like the seahorse immediately. This one's going to be my ocean theme, but 6 to 7 charms. So let's just put a few. The turtle is cute. I like the turtle too. Why not? 2. And we got the shell. That's the classic. 3. I think that's all that's on here. Turtle, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3 different designs on here, so that's good. And then we're going to put a few beads on as well. Was there anything in here? Oh, we have a star which we could use. Let me just look real quick. That's a shell. I've got that one already. We got a bug. Oh, butterfly could be cute too. Butterfly works for anything. Nature, anything. So that's a possibility. Let me see if there's a butterfly in here that feels like it will fit well with the vibe. Fit well. Oh, this one kind of dangles off. I like that one. Yeah, why don't we do that one? I like how he has that little dangle on the corner of the wing. That's so pretty. Ooh, do you see that? So 3, 4. And then dragonfly could work as well. That's kind of beachy. And then if I put these in between so you can move them around the way you like. Get a star. These are gold stars. Who doesn't want a gold star? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, yeah, why not? We'll do a dragonfly. I've seen dragonflies at the beach. Zipping around. We got out for a beautiful walk last night. You can really start to feel things heating up. Tonight, we're actually going to a solstice gathering. So I am excited to see friends and to hang out. I just, yesterday, I hand washed one of the beautiful thrifted dresses that I found on one of my thrift travels. It's the blue one. Do you remember that was like blue and orange flowers, and it kind of like cinches right here, a little short. sort of like short cuffs on the shoulders, and it's like long blue, and it's got a little slit, and you know, it's got the slip inside of it. Dang, like it was perfect. And I think I paid $8 for it. Every time I go out to thrift, I always look for you know, I always look for the fun little dresses. There's another little dress I found as well. I gotta get that one all washed up. But yeah, I've been thrifting some summer dresses, and you know, it's been fun. It's been fun. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, and what I just did was, actually, you know what? I gotta change this out. This is a little hook right here, but I don't need that. There's a different one I'm gonna use. Let me find it. What did I do with them? I had them yesterday, because you can get those little eye hooks, and they have, I put you into a little box. Where did you go? They look like this. Oh no, those are bigger ones. Let me find my little dangles. I'll be right back. Okay, got them. This is what they look like here. So instead of the eye, they actually have, oh, am I missing the word for what you call these? The eye one. And this is just the head pin. That's what it's called. It literally just looks like a full head. No eyes, right? No loop. And then when you put this, because I don't need a loop down here, I just need it to be like that. And then I can do this. And now I have another little drop, which I love that. Oh my gosh, I should put a couple drops. I should. I feel like that's the way to go for this one. And now I'm getting ideas. And that's how creativity works. You start something, and then it gives you ideas. Because I'm thinking that at first I was going to kind of like mix up all the different beads. And I'm like, you know what? I should do like one set bead per bracelet. So like if I did a rose quartz one, 3 of the beads on there would be rose quartz. And then that would be a rose quartz themed bracelet. That'd be really nice. All right, so 1, 2, and you just kind of like, you know, space them out the best you can where you'd want them. That one's in between. I could put one more if I really wanted to. I don't know if I necessarily need to. There we go. I'm happy with that. Or I do it like this where I put, well, I was going to say, or I do it where I start with the bead, the bead, the bead, and then they meet on the other side, but then I'm going to have 2 dangly beads that meet. So you know what? I'm cool with eclectic. I'm cool with eclectic. So there is what I'm looking at right here. And when that dangles and just kind of like moves around and rotates around, you know, that's the whole point of it. It's a collage bracelet. And no rhyme or reason, but it all works together. So we've got this all ready to go. And here's what we do for our ends. Let's take our bracelet back. And now we have a soldered loop. And I'll show you why you use a soldered loop as well, and what I've learned. So these are all different sizes in here. I could do a bigger one on the end just so people can maybe have a better time, an easier time when they're trying to put it on their arm. So I go with a bit of a larger soldered loop in here. There's all different sizes. Now the soldered loop, my friends, means that it has no opening. So what it can't do, I'm going to grab a jump loop, which does have an opening. So when you open it, I can put this in here, and then I can take my soldered loop, and because that is going to be the actual loop that the bracelet will close on, I don't want it to come out of the clasp, right? So now I can drop that, and that's going to be the end loop of how you would basically tie it around your arm, right? How you loop it around your arm. The other side, same idea. So we picked out a clasp, this guy right here, the lobster clasp. I'm allergic to lobster, to crustaceans, but I do love a good lobster clasp. I'm okay with that. This is the only time I get to play with anything lobster. All right. So let's open this guy. Loop it through the end of our chain. Take that little lobster clasp, go right through there. And bada boom, bada bing. What do you know? Friends. We don't need to buy no stinking bracelets. We're making them ourselves. Look at that. Now we've got a bracelet. And that is absolutely gorgeous. We just made that, me and you. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us, friend. And now we get the joy of putting on our charms. So I'm going to lay this out. And I'm just going to start randomly doing this. So let me see here. 1, 2, 1, 2. So what you can do if you really want is you can count loops. I'm just going to wing it because I'm just that kind of girl. Okay, I'm just that kind of girl. And somebody's like, what does that mean you're doing? Oh, it's going to be fine. Just sit back. It's going to be fine, friend. All right, so I've got some jump loops. Just make sure you use the same size jump loops. And this is going to be real quick. Like, it's going to be so fast. Open it up. Put our beautiful little clamshell on there. And then we're just going to pick a spot. I'm going to start kind of back here by the beginning for this one. Loop it through the one loop and drop it just like that. Oh my gosh. Charming. Now what I'm going to do is, because I'm winging it, is I'm just going to start like working side to side. I'll show you what I mean when I say that. I put that one on that end. I'm just going to start charming it up and meeting in the middle. So through the seahorse we go. And we'll just pick one that looks about the same size over there. And bring it too. And the cool thing is that you can add anything to this charm bracelet at any time. You know, if you made this for yourself, if you made yourself a solstice bracelet, there we go, we got 2 on. You could, oh, wrong side, wrong thing to hold. There we go. You could change it out. Maybe I have a beautiful sun pendant, you know, that I want to include today. I want to change it out. But you have so much control when you do this yourself. All right, let's do a little, pick another little spot. Love that. Oh yeah, we put that on. I need to squeeze that tight. When you do use that looper, remember, it gives you an opening and then you have to close it. Don't forget to do that part. All right, so let's go. This one's over here. So like this is an example. The looper, there's a little tiny space right there at the top. So I just put my pinchers, my pliers, get it so it won't move. Love that. Okay. And into it we go. Do I need to be open more? So have you guys been out shopping for any summer dresses, summer attire? Last summer, I went to what we have here called Gabe's. Does anybody know when I say Gabe's what that is? It's clothes that really you get, you know, if you hunt, you can get a deal there, and it might be brand name stuff, but it's just at a season for last year. Listen, flowers of last year is going to work flowers of this year. Okay, at least for me in my life. So I go, or whatever it is, the design, you know. So I went last summer and I purposely went, and I had a lot of like paint clothes and stuff like that and work clothes. And I'm like, you know, I feel like I just want to get some dresses, and when I come to work have, you know, just have some dresses to wear to work. And it gets hot and humid, and you know, you just want to have that airflow. So I went up there, and that really helped me get stocked up on some stuff for this year. And then I've been out picking up dresses. There's so much clothes out there, guys. There's, you know, I was saying this week in my thrift video, that one has a jump ring on it, how there's just so much out there. You know, clean it, find something that you like that's in good shape. I gotta dig out all my summer sandals. My Tootsies have been, you know, hiding all year. All right, and then I'm going to use this jump link because it looks actually about the same as the other ones. I don't even see a difference into it. So I'm just going to open the one that it comes with. Sometimes you buy charms and, you know, they do already have the jump links with them. All right, and let's put our beautiful dragonfly. So remember, you have the control to put any amount that you want, and that's part of the creative process and part of being the creator, meaning that you brought it to life. So creative vision, right? There is no wrong or right way. You just do what you feel what feels right for you. And this feels amazing to me. I'm gonna sing a song. Oh my gosh, guys, look what we did. We're gonna loop it. This is why I say I put a big solder loop on here, because I know, you know, I end up having to help a lot of people here at the shop when they make bracelets. You know, they can't get it on themselves. And I always say, do you want a big soldered loop or a small? And they might say small, but then you're like, oh, I should have went with the bigger one. I know, because it's just easier to, when you're wrapping it around your wrist, to be able to grab that other end. And there we go, right? So there is our gorgeous, gorgeous charm bracelet. So this one's very, again, nature, beach, but I love that. It really sets it off. So I'm going to make a bunch more. I will post them when I get them all done for you guys to see. But I am loving, loving, loving. So I'm going to do, yeah, a bunch more. These are also cute. I have some little gift boxes. You could also get gift boxes and lay them out in a gift box. And that's just a nice little way for people. Like if they want to, you know, come in, they look for gifts for other people. Gift for yourself. You know, this would look really cute. You know what? Let me just try it on my arm, because why not? Because why not? Yep, wrap it around. I can grab it real easy. And there it is. So cute. I could even tighten this up if I really wanted to. So I'm going to play with this, guys, off camera, and I'm going to knock out 5 today. Anytime, if you ever wanted to shorten this, like if I lay this out here in a moment and I go, maybe I want to tighten it up a little bit, all I would do is just come in with my pliers, cut off, and then move everything up a little bit. And you can just play with that so easy. So how many charms did I use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, typically I use like 6 to 7. So this one has a little extra bling. And now you have total control over it for length, for what you want to dangle, what you want to change out. And you know what you find? Sometimes when you're thrifting, you find stuff behind a counter. You have pieces that maybe have been in your family for a long time, and you're trying to figure out how to take them out of the jewelry box and, you know, bring them into your actual life and to appreciate them and give them, you know, give a nod or just keep that love around you. So charm bracelets are amazing. All right, with that, I'm going to get to work, and I'll see you guys again soon. I've got a bunch more to make, but I hope this inspires you. Real easy. Yeah, keep crafting, and I will see you guys back here again tomorrow. But I will post a video when I get them all done, because I'm going to really sit here and just think about what I want to do for the other ones to break them up into maybe, 5 different designs. All right, see ya. Bye. Happy solstice.